Hey guys, welcome back to Papa Prepper. T here. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Back to the grind tomorrow. Um, what a weekend it's been. What a 7 days it's been. A whole week, man. Stuff everywhere. And everything is just like, it feels like an illusion at times. You don't know what's real, what's fake. I do have a little bit of audio to drop on you here, because I haven't figured out exactly how to put a video inside of a video. If anybody could help me out with that, please email me. My email is in the description. A lot of you guys have already seen this. One of my viewers emailed this to me. So I'm going to just play the audio. Well, this is the shortened audio, but it's Lieutenant General Thomas McInerney explains what happened at the Capitol Wednesday. And, I mean, you can look it up for yourself. Lieutenant General Thomas McInerney. It's real. Here we go.
Control. They have taken control of our society. And we have one person, we just came from there in the White House, standing in the way. And it's going to mean, and you don't fully realize it, but every one of us here, every American out there is going to have to stand up. We read about it in history, we read about Normandy and all of that, but now we are in it. And so we must spread it. We cannot surrender. And the president said he would. You all know that that attack on the Capitol was done by Antifa, but it was enabled by McConnell, by Schumer, by Pelosi, and the mayor. They knew that was coming. You've all been up there. There were hardly any security police there, and they moved in, and Antifa did their thing, and then the media picked it up. I worked for Fox for almost 17 years. It's disgraceful what they're doing. And unfortunately, Rupert is driving that with his sons, and they have now merged with the rest of the mainstream media. This is serious. This is expanding. We cannot let it happen. We don't have 4 years. As Hong Kong has seen, we do not have time. Time is against us. And Ann and I were just talking to someone about the information that's being released that shows clearly in those battleground states the cyber warfare that was used. We also I found out yesterday, that Comey, the former FBI director, sold the Hammer and Scorecard, this top secret program, to the Chinese. So you now have this top secret program that is like your iPhone. It gets in, it's called Hammer, it gets into the voting network, and then it has an application like on your iPhone, you have all those apps, it puts it on, and it modulates the voting so they win, not by a large number. And I got a call Tuesday night at 11:30 that the ISI from Pakistan was now in the voting machines in Georgia. I called someone, let them know the two candidates, Loeffler and Perdue, were ahead. I watched. 1 hour later, they were behind.
There you have it, guys. Straight from the Capitol building's mouth. So with all that being said, it's hard to tell what this week is going to hold. I mean, you're going to have them doing everything they can to shut him up, meaning President Trump. If I was him, I would do whatever it is I'm needing to do very discreetly, keep my head down, because there ain't no doubt in my mind somebody is... It's almost to that point, if you get what I'm saying. So with the uncertainty of the next week or so, and it's probably got something to do with, I know a lot of folks have seen that video, and thank you, you know who you are, for emailing that to me. I've seen a lot of chatter today on the, chat rooms and whatnot. People are redoing their bug out bags, adding, taking stuff out, getting their ducks in a row. I've been very busy this weekend. I did not do... Well, we went to Sam's Club yesterday and got some things, but as far as that goes, that's about the extent that I had to do prepping wise this weekend. I've been very busy. But for all of you, that are doing that or done that this weekend, or maybe you're brand new to this, I got some stuff that I broke down into sections, and I'll go by section and tell you what I recommend you make sure you have. We'll start out with food and water. I mean, that's your necessities. Preferably 3 days supply of non-perishable food. It could be healthy canned goods, any kind of shelf stable food like high nutrition bars, even MREs, if that's the route you want to go. But you want 3 days worth per everybody that's with you. Okay, and this is for bug out bags. This isn't for bugging in. I mean, obviously bugging in, you want as much as you can get. You're going to want some kind of portable water filtration, whether it be a Sawyer Mini. Everybody that I've heard, watched, talked to, everybody recommends the Sawyer Mini. So there's that. Life straws. There's several knockoff brands of both of those, and you can get both of those at Walmart or Amazon, which that place is anyway. A collapsible water bag or bladder. It don't have to be a water bag or bladder. Preferably, I mean, you want something reusable. Okay. Stainless steel water bottle for each family member. That's not really, I wouldn't consider that a necessity. I mean, it would be nice if you have the room, but there are other alternatives. I mean, it don't have to be a stainless steel water bottle. Stainless steel bowl / pot. Just anything you can heat water up in. Because if you're bugging out, you're on the run, you got to purify water. Of course you can supposedly drink it straight from the Sawyer Mini or the Life Straw. But if you have time, I would definitely still boil it first just to make sure. So to do that, you're going to need something, stainless steel bowl or pot, something like that you can heat water up in. And if you don't have something like that, you're caught out. You can cut the top off a pop can. You can make a bowl out of aluminum foil. It'll take longer because you can't, you don't want to, because like aluminum cans and stuff, they will melt over the fire. So you got to kind of set them to the side. But you can go that route if you have to. Some kind of eating utensil, preferably. A fork, multi-utensil, that's an option, or just some, plastic throwaway, fork and spoon, knives. Some kind of field knife. I'm not sure why that's under food and water. I mean, I guess I know why it would be, but if you got 3 days supply of food, you're probably not going to so much you'll need a good knife, but not necessarily a field knife. Portable stove. I have one, but if you can make a fire, the portable stove is not really a necessity as long as you're very secure in your fire building skills. And of course, if you have the stove, you're going to want fuel for the stove. And fire starters, ferro rod, waterproof matches, petroleum, or like Vaseline soaked cotton balls or wax soaked cotton balls, that works too. A multi-purpose tool with knife, can opener, screwdriver, etc. Definitely want a good multi-tool. Waterproof Ziploc bags. Very, very necessity. Very necessary. Very necessity. I don't know why I try to do this. Okay, warmth and shelter. A lightweight tent which you can buy, the heat reflecting, like mylar looking tents, or depending on, how many people there are bugging out with you, you can get a lightweight tent that just basically pops up and pops right back down. I mean, you could go either route. If you've got the little bit of extra money and say there's just two of you, I would just get the lightweight tent. But the emergency tents, they do take up a lot less space if that's an issue for you. So either way, sleeping bag, ground pad, you're definitely going to want anything between you and the ground. Because as most of you know, you lay on that cold ground, it's going to just suck the heat right out of your body. Even on a cool spring night, it can suck enough heat out of your body to send you into hypothermia in May. I mean, it's possible. Not likely, but it's possible. Emergency waterproof blanket or space blanket. Again, those are basically the same thing that the tents are made out of, but they're reflective and they do hold heat very well. You wouldn't think so, but don't let the appearance fool you. I bought some, I tried them, and they are very, very warm. I mean, it's not like you're going to be comfortable if it's negative 10 and there's, 4 inches of snow on the ground. You're going to be cold. But, for what they are, they work very well. If you don't have a tent, make sure you take a tarp. Anything you can make a shelter out of relatively quickly, and easy. Hand warmers. You definitely want some hand warmers. And they make them now. You can put them, they look like an insert for your shoe. Excuse me. I got some of those. Never seen them before until about a month ago, and I snatched them up. You want some good warm gloves, and you also want some gloves that you can work in. The bigger, bulkier the gloves, the less you're going to be able to actually do anything productive with them, except for keep warm. So I have 2 pairs of gloves. At least 50 feet of paracord, and that goes along with building your shelter. And you can look online. It don't even have to be YouTube. Just Google it and whatever search engine you use, and paracord. You can find countless shelters you can build. A hatchet or a machete, definitely. A knife sharpening stone. Your extra clothes. Now remember, this is under warmth and shelter. So your extra clothes, you're definitely going to stay warm as you can. Rain poncho or other durable waterproof outer shell layer. Most definitely. You don't necessarily have to have it on, all the time, but you definitely want it handy. Especially here, a rain shower can pop up in a matter of minutes. So, warm and lightweight winter jacket. Definitely warm and light. Well, I'm kind of conflicted on that one. Because, like, a lightweight, thin jacket, I burn up in. Okay? But somebody that's like 110 pounds, a light, warm, lightweight jacket ain't going to cut it. So, you just have to use your better judgment on that one. You want a warmth layer. That's usually like wool, fleece, flannel, stuff like that, to kind of insulate you. You want 2 sets of quick dry underwear per person and 2 pairs of wool hiking socks per person. I've got extra hunting socks in my bag. That's what I always use. That's what always has kept me warm. I've been out in pretty damn cold mornings and evenings. Good hiking boots or hiking shoes. Depending on what season it is. Like if it was to go down this week, you're going to want some warm. I mean, it's not to get sidetracked, but have you seen these states? The weather, the crap that's going on is ridiculous. I watched the news earlier and it was just snowing to beat Hades in Fort Worth, Texas. That is insane to me. And how much snow they've got in Madrid, Spain. It's just weird. But anyway, sorry. Depending on the weather is going to depend on what kind of shoes and boots you're taking off in. Ultimately, if you've got, a very hidden, private, nobody knows where it's at, bug out location, even if if it's, I would keep extra stuff there too. Wherever you're going, God's willing, you'll get there. So, say it is spring, well, you'll have winter boots there, if we're in that situation for that long, to where you'll have, for the months to come. Hat for warm weather or sun protection. Remember, you can sunburn in the winter very easily. So hats are definitely a necessity. Especially if it snows and the sun's shining, man, it'll fry you quick. So you're definitely going to want a hat for warmth and sun protection. All right, first aid and sanitation. Sorry, guys. Okay. You're going to want a very comprehensive, you want a first aid kit that'll handle most any situation, but nothing that you can't handle. You know what I mean? Would I suggest that if you've never even sewn a pair of socks before to try to sew somebody's arm shut? I mean, if that's the last case, if that's the last option there is, I mean, you're going to have to. But, don't get in over your head trying to be a hero. If there's somebody else there who knows what they're doing, but it's your spouse or your kid, so you're like, no, let them do it. Because a lot of people, and you hear, people have died from people who thought they knew what they were doing. N95 face masks. Yep, I guess. I hate masks. Hate them. Prescriptions. We talked about that the other night. A spare set of glasses. If you wear reading glasses or you have prescription glasses, prescription contacts. You want to make sure you got an extra pair of those or extra sets of contacts and your glasses. Because most people wear contacts have glasses as well. Antibacterial wipes and ointment, as much as you can carry. Some form of splint. Sunscreen, we already said. A folding shovel is a very good idea. You can make your fire pits, make somewhere to cook. Well, that's a fire pit, but you know what I mean. Whatever you'd have to do to dig. You never know. You're bugging out and say you're in a car and you run off the road and get stuck and you can dig yourself out with that shovel. There's the needs for a shovel is limitless. Toothbrush, hand sanitizer, of course, toothpaste, for your women, for you women, not for your women. Make sure, you've got tampons, pads, everything like that in your bug out bag, ready to go. And even guys, tampons and pads, they come in handy. Just look it up. Toilet paper, wet wipes, and contractor garbage bags. I've been out several times now and wish I had some kind of bag to carry stuff in, and you never know. Light, safety, and communication. Emergency whistles. And these are kind of self-explanatory, so two-way walkie-talkies or ham radios, or CB radio, but they're big and bulky. A good working compass, a good working watch, pepper spray, I guess. If that's all you have, a hand crank radio, a hand crank flashlight, or solar powered radio or flashlight. solar powered lantern, headlamp and rechargeable batteries, glow sticks, portable solar charger and power charging cords for all your devices and your cell phones. Now, you won't necessarily even have cell phone service. I mean, if it goes down completely like it's anticipated, there won't be no cell phone service. But you'll still want them. I mean, as long as you can keep them charged, you'll still have things to pacify your time if you happen to have any downtime, which I don't see that really happening unless it's a couple months into it. Another thing that, I mean, obviously, you know, your firearms, boomsticks, freedom seeds, knives, whatever makes you happy on self-defense, but you're definitely gonna want it, and as much as you can carry. Important documents in a waterproof bag: passports, deeds, titles to home and cars, bank info, insurance policies, health records, pencil and notebook, family photos. And family photos, that could come in handy too, not only because of your family, but say you get to, you know, your bug out location and, you know, they're supposed to meet you there and they're not there and they don't show up. Me personally, I'm going to start making my way to their place, you know, wherever it is they're supposed to be coming from. And if you have pictures, anybody you run into, hey, have you seen these folks? You know, that could be really handy. Paper road maps and topographic maps. Printed list of friend and family names and addresses. I guess that's up to you. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that would really be a necessity. Cash, small bills, and any kind of small, handheld, easy to carry literature that you can find on survival, bushcrafting, crafting, bugging out, how to grill, how to build fires. I mean, everything. Anything you can find. Useful items for improvising solutions: safety pins, duct tape, zip ties, super glue, dental floss, sewing kit, and petroleum jelly. And I put baking soda on that as well, because there are a lot of different uses for baking soda, just like petroleum jelly. I mean, just call it Vaseline. It'll, you know, keeps things from rusting. You get sunburnt, you know, or, you know, and it can keep your skin moisturized. It can, I mean, there's many different uses for petroleum jelly and baking soda. You know, of course, it's a deodorizer. You can brush your teeth with it. It's an antacid, so you can take it for heartburn. Just, you know, eat some of it. I'm drawing a blank right now, but there's a lot of uses for baking soda. That's really all I've got for this evening. I hope you find some of my rambling useful. Guys, I need your help. Last night on my live stream and tonight too, I feel like I'm tanking. I don't know if it's just because I'm worried about everything else. I feel like my first videos were better. Like they're getting worse. You know what I mean? I just feel like they could be better. So if you guys could shoot me some what you guys would like to see, maybe that's it. I'm having trouble with content. You know, maybe I'm just kind of having writer's block, so to speak. If you guys could just give me some ideas. I do have, I'm working on a video just for I mean, not just for anybody's welcome to watch, you know what I mean, but for how anxiety and everything that's going on plays a role on a lot, or plays a big part on all of us. Several of you that I've talked to suffer with severe anxiety, depression. I'm right there with you. I feel you guys. You're not alone. I will have a video about that sometime this week. But other than that, if you guys could please, just anything you'd like to see me do a video on. It's really cold here right now, so maybe not too much outside stuff. If I gotta bug out, I gotta bug out. But if I don't gotta be out there, I don't want to be out there. But anyway, guys, just give me some ideas if you got anything you'd like to see. If you haven't already, I'd appreciate a thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you're feeling. I get it. If you haven't subscribed, I ask you to please do so. I'm getting there. I'm up to 336, 330 something. I can't remember. But I'm getting there. Until next time, God bless each and every one of y'all. I love you. Papa Prepper out.